Welcome back. Now, South Africa commemorates Heritage Month this September. We pay tribute to the rich tapestry of cultures, histories, and literary masterpieces that define our nation's identity. And that's all happening with the South African Literary Awards. SALA is shining a spotlight on the exceptional writers who bring our stories to life. Of course, by recognizing these literary achievers, we inspire future generations to explore, create, and also preserve our cultural legacy. So through their works, we discover the resilience, diversity, and beauty that makes South Africa a unique cultural gem. And so this morning, we are joined by Project Director at South African Literary Awards and Managing Director at the W. Wright Associates, Morakabe Seakhoa. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on the SABC.
Good morning, my sister, and to your viewers and the listeners.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's 19 years in the making, so you've come of age. You know, we've seen since its inception, the journey that you've embarked on, the impact that you've had in the industry. Talk to us about what it's all culminated to as we speak.
Yeah, perhaps we should start with a symbolic gesture of silence for the passing of one of our greatest writers, yes. Greatest poets, James Matthews, who is being buried today in this month of heritage. He contributed quite a lot.
Absolutely.
Yes, and of course, with the South African Literary Awards, you're right, we've been in the trenches for the past 19 years, which we started with the category of the National Poet Laureate Prize that we gave to the late Professor Mazizi Kunene, and later that was followed by Professor Morakabe Seakhoa, and now Brawali Serute, Professor Serute. And of course, after that, we've added other categories that includes Children's Writing, Literary Journalism Award, Translators Awards, and so on and so on. Yes.
No, absolutely. And speaking about that evolution, I wonder also, you know, just looking at your mission, your vision at large, what impact that has had, how it's also guided you to be so impactful for you know, icons alike.
Yes, we must thank our partners, especially the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, who have been with us from the beginning.
Yes.
In unearthing this literary talent, and also working with about 35 judges across all the official languages. So that has helped us to grow and make an impact on the South African literary scene. As we must emphasize that the awards recognize the work in all our official languages.
No, absolutely. Representation is important, inclusivity as well. And I wanted to get onto that, perhaps even the publishing industry at large, the changes we've also witnessed on that front to make it more inclusive. I mean, what are you observing on that front, 2024 and beyond?
Yes, when it comes to matters of, for instance, of publishing, I'm glad to say it has grown quite a lot from the small single language publishing to now where you have a number of independent publishers, both as individuals and as small groups. Yes.
Because also, you spoke about including various other languages. We're also looking at the different genres that are represented. You also age groups and categories that come to the fore. So I wonder, in terms of choosing the nominees and even the category, what goes into that, and what can we expect for 2024 then?
Well, we expect quite a lot. We've gone through a rigorous process of judging, having started by sending out the calls for submissions already back in November last year, which closed in May this year. And once the books come in, we then send them out to all the judges across the country, and they go through all of this. And what has come through, quite a number of gems in all our languages, but also covering a number of subjects, matters of sexuality, climate change, issues like that, what's happening in the world, like, for instance, what's happening today in Palestine.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, these awards, the SALA Awards, have also become the benchmark for literary excellence. And I wonder if you could speak to, you know, what that means for the organization, but perhaps also for the recipients at large entering in.
I think I'll speak more for the recipients because that's really the awards. The organization is just really a carrier. Okay. But the recipients are the people we are looking at because after they've been recognized by SALA, you find that they start attracting attention from other award schemes and other publishers, and even when it comes to filmmaking, you find that a number of these writers, their work have been optioned for film.
Adaptation, and that's where that cross-collaboration also comes from.
Yes,
I wonder also what your thoughts are on South Africa and fostering a reading culture. I mean, we're looking at book sales, we're looking at just incorporating what's come to the fore amongst the youth as well. Have we seen improvements? Are we winning that battle? What more could also be done on that front?
I think we can do quite a lot more on that front. People are crying that reading has gone down because people now are more onto social media and your cell phones. But our argument is that actually we should embrace that. As you know, even writing has not always been the thing from the beginning. Our forebears, and I'm not talking only about Africans, all over the world, writing is quite a recent thing. People used to, deal with the matters with the word of mouth, but writing has since become the norm. So we need to embrace new technology. For instance, we're going to, before the awards in the evening on the 7th of November, we're going to have a conference, which we always have. It will be the 12th anniversary International African Writers Conference. And the theme this year is around AI and social change and language and literature. That really answers to the question you so kindly posed, the culture of reading. So we look at also AI, that we join forces with that instead of being sparring partners.
Some of us are still purists. We like to turn and feel the pages of the book. Yeah. Costs are also a huge factor when it comes to accessibility as well. I mean, beyond accessing works in languages of our choices. Talk to us about how you're mitigating against that issue as we conclude.
Well, ourselves, being the South African Literary Awards, I think we're on the lucky side in that we receive work that has already been published. So we really don't go into matters of buying the books. But for the larger public, that's a headache. Books are heavily taxed in South Africa. Other countries have taken taxes off books. They've made them even cheaper. And I think the South African story going forward should be to fight the high cost of books. But before perhaps we conclude, we could get people, when they want to hear about the awards, they can go to our website, which is www.sala.org.za, and the conference, Africa Century Conference.co.za. And they're going to happen, of course, on the 7th of November at the Ditsong National Museum of Cultural History
Well, thank
in
you
Pretoria.
for joining us this morning and speaking about, its evolution, perhaps also weighted from 19 years into the making and really making their mark for South Africa, fostering that reading culture as well. Morakabe Seakhoa, South African Literary Awards Project Manager, showing valuable insights into the South African Literary Awards. It's a vital, they play a vital role in promoting our nation's rich literary heritage culture at large.